Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11.
Vaginas.
Hey guys, this is Scarce here. Lots of news today, lots of exposure, and double upload.
Expose. 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 Expose.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and so from now on, I'm going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose. 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 Expose.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed.
All right, Ian.
Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
Expose. 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 Expose.
It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Exposed.
Expose. 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 Expose.
Exposed. Exposed. Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11.
Vaginas.
Hey guys, this is Scarce here. Lots of news today, lots of exposure, and double upload.
Expose. 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 Expose.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and so from now on, I'm going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose. 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 Expose.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11.
Vaginas.
Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today, lots of exposure, and double uploads.
Expose. 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 Expose.
Yeah, holy shit, I'm 40 and holy shit, I'm fucking tired.
You're exposed.
Went to bed at 12:30 last night. My son woke me up at 4:30. Hello, everybody, by the way. How are you? Thank you already for the birthday love. You see everything that's here. I'm assuming get exposed means for me to get shirtless, so I will do that with a fart. Hold on. Nope. No weed for me. That is true. Confirmed, I am a 40-year-old virgin. All of my children were conceived through immaculate conception. The only intercourse I've ever had is with a fleshlight. So my son woke up at 4:30. He's like, I think there's water in the bed. Now, keep in mind, my son really doesn't... You would think, because I told 2 accident stories about him slipping a log in his pants, and now this, that he does. He does not. He does not have accidents, so this is very strange. And I think what happened was he went to bed later than usual and had water, so the next thing I know, at 4:30 in the morning, I'm taking off all his sheets and changing them, and never went back to bed. And here I am now. And I have been... Yes, it is my birthday today. My party with, like, family and friends and catered is until Saturday. I have been out the whole day. The soundboard is quite silent. You know why? Because I'm an asshole. I'll tell you why it's quite silent. Because I turned off... Now, here. Take your time.
Fuck you! Give me my chicken!
Where's the birthday hat? It's up my ass, actually. True story. So I had to change sheets at 4:30 in the morning, and I have been up since. And here I am. And I was... You know what's weird is that now, yes, there's scuffs on my PlayStation 5 digital because the first time I didn't take it off right, but I think I actually did. It's kind of like you have to pop the PS5 side panel cherry. Now I have no problem taking it on and off. But however, the monitor was it was interesting to take off because the same rules don't apply with that do with the normal side panel. So I'm considering my PS5 digital edition my guinea pig PlayStation 5, where that one is like my prized pig. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I explained why I didn't want to do giveaways because they cause drama, and my network was like, we're not really fans of giveaways. You could do what you want. We're not telling you not to, but just, if drama comes, we warned you, kind of thing. And now I'm glad though, because this one is, and then now it has, look, because I screwed up the first time taking off the cover, it has scuffs on it. Who cares though? You don't see them, and it's not like the pins where you put the side panel in were damaged. They're perfectly fine. I could deal with white little scratch marks on the black that you're never going to see. So let's go through all the super chats here. Happy birthday, you beautiful cucumber. Thank you, sir. Happy birthday, you sexy man beast. Thank you, Cherry Jesus. Get exposed as you already see him exposed. I'll keep it on for like another 5 minutes after your red disappears, because I think it was about that. Let's talk about Valve Stream Deck and Intel. I don't know anything about Global Foundry, but I did, because I found time with the non-existent time that I have today. I was like, the Stream Deck, or Steam Deck, not Stream Deck. This is a Stream Deck. That's why I'm thinking that. For the Steam Deck is kind of what I expected the Nintendo Switch OLED to be. I'm really excited for that thing. I know the battery life people are saying is going to be shit, like 2 to 8 hours if you're playing a AAA game. 2 hours is about it. Good luck. But who cares? Just get a right angle USB-C jack and just sit in bed and play it. or or get a battery pack and put the battery pack with you. It's fine. And if you're but Rich, what happens if I'm on a train? More than likely, you're going to be on a train, and you're going to be there probably for about maybe 2 hours at most, depending on your situation. So the Steam Deck looks pretty fucking amazing. They have RDNA 2 in there. So it actually has ray tracing capabilities. It's going to have 2 teraflops of compute performance, which the screen is only 720p. So that's actually more compute performance than either the base PS4 or base Xbox One. And pushing a 720p panel, it's going to be like, what's up, dude? You trying to stress me out here? It's not working. So I'm pretty excited. I have no idea what happened with Global Foundry. I got to look into that. But the Steam Deck is, as soon as the pre-order's coming out, I'm buying the one with the biggest hard drive in it, which is pretty pathetic, 512 gigabytes. But I'm like, when I watched IGN's video on it, and that has the micro SD card slot, but that's not fast enough for the games. The I/O throughput on it is not going to be enough for current AAA games. So you're going to have to, I'm so much excited. You're going to have to, well, I don't know. You're going to have like an external drive hooked up to USB-C. Because some games, I've already tried it with other portable-esque consoles like that. Like, you can't, some games just flat out won't run off a micro SD card. So that was a kind of a big oopsie by IGN. I'm like, yeah, you don't really know. I mean, I've made mistakes before with like Ratchet and Clank, but I'm like, can't really do that. The micro SD, maybe you could put on some movies on there in some games. But some games are just flat out not going to run from a micro SD card. Yeah, the 64 gigabyte model is useless. It's just useless. And we're going to have to talk tonight because God fucking damn it, Pat, I know you hate me and I'm not really a big fan of you, but I got to agree with you again. Television Amico CEO with more lies. Why are you making me agree with you, Pat? I have to do it. It's my job. If I agree with you on something, I have to agree with you. If I disagree with you, I have to disagree with you. So we're going to talk about that tonight. I think that's worthwhile to talk about. Tommy he needs to step. Tommy, for the love of, I know you watch my shit. For the love of fuck, dude, you need to step back from. Thirsty, sorry. Fuck. You need to step back from being the face of Intellivision. You're gonna fucking ruin it. Maybe you don't care. Maybe like this is just an ego thing to him. I know he's not a fan of me now, at best. I haven't directly talked to him. But you need to step back, dude. If you want this console to have a chance in hell, you need to step back. Yeah, it's time. It's time to stop. I can't really do Filthy Frank's voice. Actually, I can, depending, but tonight I can't. I do have seltzer. Seltzer, I have. Where the fuck is my seltzer? Right here. Under my man shirt. Man shirt. So, yeah, I would say that the monitor for the PS5, another thing about it is if you're going to put it on, it's not easy to take back off, or it's not as easy to take back off as the other panel is, which I know I saw Yang Ye's video. I followed his directions perfectly. I still don't think. It's, I don't know. I don't like the design of the side panels. I think he says he likes it. He may I'm not saying he's lying. I'm sure he does. Ron Jeremy, before he goes to prison, is saying hello to me. But I don't like him. I think they could have found an easier way to put him on and off. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, so I am exposed. So congratulations, you're officially no longer considered a young adult. I know I'm old. Do you have any recommendations for PS3 and 360 game pickups? I went retro because of PS5. Oh my god, dude. Your best bet is to look. There's so many like top 100 lists. Like obviously PS3, I beat Uncharted 2. That was great. I beat God of War 3. That was great. PS3, I mean, 360, all the Gears of War. But then again, you could play that so many different ways on like even an Xbox One or PC. Fear, if you don't have a PC, the Fear is okay for the 360. It's not the best version, but it's better than the PS3 one. You can do you want to see how much I scratched up my PS5 so people out there could get angry at me and say I'm a fucking idiot? I'll show that to you in a second. I don't care. Learn a lesson. Like, it's weird because I feel like I popped the cherry. I feel like I popped the side panel cherry. 30 is old to you. Thank you, Phasmation. Do you have any... So, thank you for saying I'm an old fuck, which is true, I am. So, yeah, there's a... Dude, there's a lot of games. A lot of games. I got to fix my... There's nothing physically wrong with my modded PS3. I just got to put the operating system back on it. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish you happy birthday so we can party too. Yeah, I'll be partying. I hung out with a couple people today, but I'll be partying Saturday. 40, youngling, try 50. Where is the birthday hat? Like I said, I think I said that before, Brian. It's up my ass. Feels kind of good up there. My hole feels pretty good. Alan, thank you very much for saying happy 40th. I appreciate it. Justin R, happy birthday, man. Hope you have an awesome party this week and love to hear your thoughts on the Steam Deck. I'm talking about it tomorrow. My editor was literally throwing up in a bucket. This is the first day he's ever had to call out. Just Murphy's Law, how it works. Huge shit going on today. You know, I mean, he's literally edited my videos not sleeping for like over 24 hours. He's edited my videos like sick. He's edited my videos like living in a van down by the river. I'm kidding, but this is the first day he's ever called out sick. So, yeah. So it is what it is. So I'll talk about the Steam Deck tomorrow. I think it's fucking awesome. I think it should have. Yeah, I think the bigger model though, the 640 mine one, they should have had 1 terabyte of storage. I'm just saying, like, but it's pretty fucking awesome. This is going to be, I would be shocked if this product does not do well. Happy birthday, Rich. Hope you had a fantastic day, brother. Tiring one. Did a bunch of errands. And yeah. Jeffrey Tucker, happy birthday, my man. 40 is a milestone. Did you get the Switch OLED pre-order? No, I managed to get 2. Where did you get them? I didn't even know they had the fucking pre-orders. God damn it. Also, you could check your Twitter DM. I'm Jeffrey T. Okay. God damn it. Why was there no fucking announcement? How did I miss the announcement about that? I mean, I paid attention enough. Yeah, the Steam Deck, if there's ever going to be a company, like, I think it was Google Fish. I saw your message today, dude, that that'll be the competition. I mean, I still stand by my review of the Aya Neo. I'm actually going to unbox the retail version of the Aya Neo. But that was fucking awesome. The Steam Deck is pretty. So Jeffrey, God damn it, I need to get a Nintendo Switch OLED. Hopefully I can still get one. Probably not. What am I even saying? Happy birthday. Best wishes to you. Thank you very much, man. Hot take, the Steam Deck button placement looks really uncomfortable. They said it's not, though. That they thought that at first, IGN. I'm thirsty as a horse. But it's not. Who puts the face buttons directly next to... And they said it's not final hardware, but they said once you start using it, it's perfectly fine. So, we'll see. But I don't think it's bonkers. We'll just have to see what happens. Who is messaging me now? Make sure. Who are you? Maybe. Hey, happy birthday, Rich. Did you pre-order the... No, I didn't know the goddamn... Let's see if I can do it right now. So, Blender Noob, I heard what you were saying. I'm going to go to GameStop right now, and then we're going to... I'm going to have to agree with Pat, the NES Punk, and Ian again. I know they think I'm a piece of shit. That's fine. That's how I feel about them. But whether I like or dislike somebody, doesn't keep me from talking about the truth. Let me see. Nintendo If I could spell Nintendo.
Nintendo Switch.
Did I spell Nintendo right? Yes. Switch OLED. Not available. Check local store for pre-order access. That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Okay. Happy birthday, Rich. Thank you very much. The law. Happy birthday, Rich. Here's to a long life. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Ethan Riley, thank you for becoming a member. Say poggers for me, Daddy. Poggers. Yeah, I'm sure. I had no idea. That would have been the first fucking thing I did today. It is what it is. Hey, Rich, here's Ralph. You want to go get a birthday coffee? Yes, I do, actually. No, I don't, because I want to sleep tonight. No, you say I look 35, but if the beard goes gray, you're going to say I look 60. Don't worry. If not, you need to learn to be nice. You'll super chat. Richie? Oh, Ralph. You may not even be alive now. Not that I wish that on him, but you are a legend. Happy birthday, Rich. May the seltzer rain from your nips for 40 more years. Thank you very much. I appreciate that back and forth. Dara Nawar, happy birthday. Thank you very much, my man. What's up from your boys, Jake, Hunter, and Sam? Jake has a question. Should he hit up his ex tonight? For a booty call, you mean? Dude, it depends. Let me tell you something. You'll especially learn this as you get older. In Google Fish, that's actually a very good idea for another stream. We will do that. So look at Drake Bell's body language, because I want to... That stuff kind of fascinates me. It depends, man. Is she batshit crazy? Dude, it ain't... As you get older, too, it's... I mean, I still love titties as much now as I did when I was 18, and I want them as much as I do when I was 18, but you start to learn that if the woman attached to the titties is psychotic, there's porn. And you know what? You don't have to take porn out to dinner. You don't have to deal with porn when the porn never goes crazy. Well, it may go crazy in a good way if that's the kind of porn that you're into, but you get my point. So Google Fish, that's a very good idea. Not tonight, but that's a very good idea, and I will do it. Happy birthday, Richie. Thank you, Neil Williamson. Happy birthday, you handsome horse. Why, thank you for saying I'm a handsome man. I did eat shit today, so I'm probably going to have to take a dump during this stream. Ladies. Because my body's not used to eating shit like that, so I'm probably going to have to take a dump. Matt Birthday. Imagine your last name was Birthday. That'd be so weird. Happy birthday, Rich. Thank you very much, Matt. Happy birthday, Bud. Thank you very much, Daniel. Hey, Rich. First of all, happy birthday, man. And I am looking in Google that there is a new device, Steam Deck, a handheld PC made by Valve. Yes, and it looks fucking awesome. This may be the first piece of hardware that... their VR stuff did okay. But this is their first piece of hardware that gives me a boner. Bounce those nips, Rich. Oh, and have a hell of a birthday. Thank you, Zachary. A Revolution. Happy birthday, Rich. Thank you very much, man. Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you very much, Jacob. Solid Crusader, an AMD APU featuring Zen 2 CPU and RDNA 2 GPU with 8 compute units, powers of Steam. I heard that. Putting in the same territory as PS4 and Xbox One. Actually, a little bit more powerful because neither the base PS4 or base Xbox One had 2 teraflops of compute performance. They're saying it has 2 teraflops on the nose around. So it's actually a little more powerful. I kind of wish, I almost wish they kind of went with more physical cores, though. I'd rather see them have even 6 cores that are physical instead of, because 4 cores, 8 threads, I still feel like that's, you're going to hit a wall. I mean, I'm not a hardware engineer, but quad-core processors in any way, shape, or form are kind of like the absolute bare minimum now for gaming. And even in some cases is not enough. Tony Izzo, happy birthday, Rich. Thank you very much, my man. TSP's bald spot. Fuck that. And you have the fap face. Oh my God, I love you. I love you so much. Oh man. And for everyone now that who's going to go back and like, for the one fan here of DSP who's going to go, Rich was making fun. I'm like, dude, there's someone here named Rich's luscious left breast. I don't care. I think that shit's funny. You know what I mean? Like, and he's like a mod too. You know what I mean? Like, that's funny to me. That doesn't get me ass hurt. I think that shit's hilarious. I'm sitting here shirtless. If I can't take a joke of someone saying I have a hairy man titty, then I'm in the wrong field of fucking work. Oh my God. Happy birthday, Horseman. Ah, my Steam name. That's good. That's good. Or basically you're just saying Horseman. Wait, that's weird. And I unironically, name my name on Steam The Horseman. And that was before, like, I mean, I was still had the horse comedy fascination. That goes back to Ren and Stimpy or even before that back in the day. But yeah, The Horseman on Steam. What gift do you want? I want a horse to gallop into my room. Happy birthday, Rich. Here's to 4 more decades and beyond. Missed it by 1 day. Just turned 26 yesterday. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday, man. Ian? Gabe, happy birthday, you horse. Gonna get a Steam Deck. Forget Switch OLED. Yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome. I mean, I know the battery life is going to be shit, but welcome to portable PC gaming, whether it be a laptop or the Steam Deck. Happy birthday, you manly man. I think the Steam Deck is over. No, it's not over. I mean, the storage. I agree with you on the storage. I think the top model should have more storage, but for the performance you're getting in a package like that, I don't think that's overpriced, but they should have given a terabyte. That I will agree with you on. They should have given a terabyte of storage. So in that, from a storage perspective, yes, it is overpriced from that. You can almost get a PS5 digital and an Xbox Series S for that. Yeah, but you're playing AAA games with ray tracing on the go. So it depends on how you look at it. From a glass half full perspective, it's a hell of a deal. And you guys know if I thought it wasn't, I sure as fuck would say it. Keep in mind, the Amico, 2 of them is, how much is the base? How much is the base Steam Deck? Did I mention, like, you should not buy an Amico? Anyway, happy birthday, Rich. And my grandma, I love your grandma. Tell her I said hello. And she told me to tell you that life gets better after 40. Hopefully she's right. I hope your grandma's motherfucking right. And tell her I said hello. Happy birthday, Rich. Take her easy. Thank you, Did One Cable. Happy birthday, Big Rich, my fellow now over 40 dude. Yeah, I know. We're welcome to the old man club. Did you know Phil dislikes you? No, real breaking news. Like I even super chatted him the other day, and he was like pissed off. I'm like, and all I said to him was like, dude, and I genuinely still mean this. I'm happy to see his streams are doing decent on YouTube. And I said, I'm like, dude, I'm glad to see your streams are performing well. And he was like, yeah, thanks, Rich, whatever. I'm like, I don't know. All right. Hey, people like being angry, I guess. Happy birthday, get so high your butt falls off. Nah, I have not had weed almost in about 8 to 10 days. Museum standard. Okay, I'm grossed out. That's good. You're grossed out. Welcome to the 40s Club, Rich. Yeah, I'm so much excited. Yeah, I heard it's been PSX Pirate. It's been defeated. I heard about that. And I wanted to make a video. I don't know why the fuck I didn't. It is what it is. So thank you very much, PSX Pirate. Thank you for the birthday wishes, too. Maori, thank you very much as well. Hey, Rich, I should get an OLED or a Steam hand. See, here's the thing. As much as I'm lukewarm on the OLED and so much excited for the Steam handheld or Steam Deck, Stream Deck, Steam Deck, I think they could have thought of the name, especially with the product name, with literally one extra letter in it out there. I know it's totally different, but still. It's still kind of like saying, hey, do you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a hamburger? They're not really the same kind of food. I mean, okay, it's both stuff between bread, but it's not. You know, you buy them for different kinds of games. So, You got to, what do you know, and the nice thing is that they're going with Steam OS on it. You could put Windows, so don't worry about that. You could put Windows. But I get why they're doing that, because it makes it more convenient as a console, as a portable console. So I was pushing out logs today, and suddenly a giant cannonball came out and the water splashed onto my hole and cheeks. It was like a storm at sea. Dude, I was at a restaurant, and I let out a turd that went from, why am I talking about this in detail? It went from like dark brown to coffee brown gradually. It literally gradiated smoothly to two different colors. It was quite impressive. And it was long. Look what you fucking make me do. I literally just had an in-depth conversation with you about our bowel movements. What the fuck you, Wolfish. I love you, and I'm already fucked up. You make me more fucked up in the head, and I already am fucked up in the head. Do you realize that? We just had a conversation about our logs. We bonded over logs. All hands on deck except for that D-pad and face. But I heard people are said it's fine. So we'll see. And they said the hardware is not final, but people said it looks weird, but you try it and it's fine. Kind of believe it. So we'll see. A happy birthday. It's also a Switch OLED is going for $580 on eBay. Of course it is. Of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be? Also, where's Dickers? The guy John. Well, the last I heard when he was in high school, when I was like, dude, what do you want to do when you get out of high school? Because he was like a year older than, or a couple years older than his younger brother who I was friends with. I think he said he wanted to go be a fisherman in like Taiwan and then sell heroin. Knowing him, he probably actually literally did that, John. Bless his heart. Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you, Cronus. Can we get some farts? How about that? I'm so much excited. Go to town on my body. I don't have a body as ready, but
spread your cheeks and just go to town.
And I'll give you this.
Can I taste your nuts?
Yes. Also, have any fruit wish you happy birthday today? I hope they did. No, I have a cucumber also up my ass with that birthday hat though. Gabe said the price of Steam Deck was a painful thing to do. He cited their terrible four-way with the Steam machines and their pricing. Yeah, dude, that was I said from day one that was the biggest problem. They should have had like at most like 2 or 3 models. Instead, they went with like 60. So yeah, I kind of got like, ooh, they learned their lesson from the Steam machines, huh? They learned their lesson. I'll keep my shirt off for 5 more minutes to make it fair pricing. What are your thoughts on the Steam Deck? I think the pricing is actually fair. I think the one that only has 64 gigabytes, like, what the fuck is even the point of that one? And you can't upgrade the storage. Like, I think if I'm going to rip into anything, I'm going to rip into 2 things. The top model should have more storage. I think the hardware capabilities minus beyond the storage is cool. But the storage is skimpy on both, and in the bottom entry level one, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? So I think it's pretty fucking awesome. I kind of hope, man, I hope they make it like a terabyte. Like, you know what, we're gonna no, but they're already probably thinking about. They're probably in manufacturing, so it's not gonna happen. Josh Corvin, thank you for wishing me happy birthday. I appreciate that, my man. So I think it's awesome, but I think it should have more storage. I think everything else is kind of good on it, but I think it should have more storage. Both Nintendo Switch OLED will scalp one for profit. God damn you. You son of a bitch. The emulation possibility in the Steam Deck is, it's going to be ridiculous with that SoC in there, or that APU in there. RDNA 2, graphics. Forget about it. Emulation is going to be, that thing is going to fart out any emulator you want. Well, dude, there's a lot of people. So to Pat and Ian. Pat and Ian, you would think that I, like, pissed in Pat Contry's cornflakes, like, in the morning for a month straight. Like, I would just, like, him and his helmet hair would pour his cornflakes, and I was just standing behind him, just urinating in them as he was, like, eating them. He's like, God damn it, Rich, stop peeing on my cornflakes. Get over with you, dude. And I'm agreeing with you on your takes on the Amico now. You know, and it's not that I'm, like, looking for him to be like, all right, let's hug it out. But, like, Yeah, I didn't agree with your takes, and I roasted you. You know what? Blackbuster Critic roasted me like multiple times, and I'm still friends with the guy because I don't jerk off to myself. If you don't take yourself seriously, life is easier. So you're Sal. You're not Sal and Richard. I'm not sure what that means, Patrick Allen, but thank you. I appreciate it. Best, worst birthday gifts you're. I don't even remember bad. I don't care. Like, I don't want anything for my birthday. You know, like, to me, even the 40th, I don't give a shit. It's a birthday. Like, it's a number. Happy birthday, you sexy blob of a horse. That's what I am. It's quite true.
Kevin.
Thank you. See, I feel the poop coming on. I knew it. Happy birthday. Thank you, Jonathan Copeland. I appreciate it, my man. Death Proof. Happy birthday, you old horse. I am fucking old. Welcome to the old fart club. Onward to midlife crisis at 50 years old. May we live strong like Alex Jones. I don't know. What was I thinking about? Something made me think of Alex Jones today. I think I passed by like a supplement store or something like that. Oh, my God. Ocom Zara, happy birthday. Thank you very much. I spent 10 hours this week setting up the subreddit. Not quite ready to show you, but I think you will like the end result. Thank you. Oh, yeah, told me you were doing that, and I almost forgot about it. With custom badges and all, it may be late birthday. So, dude, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really, 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 really do. Happy birthday. Thank you, Alan Jackson. The reason TBZ King. Alex Jackson, thank you. The reason Pat is still angry at you is because he's more sensitive than a clitoris. He doesn't realize he's only relevant because the AVG made him relevant. But I don't know how much of that he wrote on because I don't know. I mean, I found Pat not through AVGN. So there had to be something there, you know? Oh, no. I'm not looking at those now, Google Fish, because I know it's either an ass or a cock or something from you. Happy birthday, Dickers. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Howard Stern Show with Artie Lang. It's funny, in the beginning, I didn't like Artie. Not like a personal level, but I'm talking like Danny the Foot. May you have a celebratory fart? You could have 3. Whoa, whoa, whoa! And then, like, when I listened to the older episodes, him and Howard played off of each other pretty good. I definitely think that Artie was more of an asset to the show than Ronnie, the limo driver, who is now leaving and retiring and going to Nevada, I believe. Going to Nevada? All right, now I can put my shirt back on. Where is it? It's right here. So happy birthday, Rich. Remember to spread them cheeks when you get your first prostate exam this year. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's good. That's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. I have a physical on July 29th. That should be a riot. I can't wait to get fisted. Happy Uterus Emancipation Day, Rich. That's an interesting way to fucking word it. That is an interesting way to word it. Happy Uterus Emancipation. Because you deserve it. Happy birthday. Thank you, Michael Johnson. I appreciate that. Again, I try to keep up with the regular chat as much as I possibly can. It's tough even on normal nights to do that because it's just like there may be like an influx of super chats, and I try to do it. Am I really going to have to take a dump right now? All right, it's kind of going away. All right, so I feel like, thank you, everybody. I'm going to be streaming for a while tonight. What the hell? No, I saw that stupid video being passed around Twitter, and there's people with way too much time on their hands and who are chemically imbalanced, sexually frustrated, antisocial rejects who like to put out misinformation. It's that simple. I just won't directly address anybody because I don't feed the fucking trolls. I'm like, all right, and I see it, and I'm just like, all right, just keep. I don't even report it. Like, just go, have fun, put it out there. If it gives you a reason for existing, that's sad, but have fun. Go ahead, keep going, have a fucking blast. God bless. Happy birthday. Love you, man. And no kids tonight, so sleep. Yes. Yes, sleep will be nice. And catching up on work tomorrow will be nice. I'm just like, the one day, and look, my editor is the most reliable person on the planet, so he must have been feeling real fucking ill. This is the only time he's ever called out. The one day, it's like there's a tsunami of news. A tsunami. But that's how it works, man. It's okay. I'll play catch up tomorrow, you know? Vampire Rockstar, happy birthday. Do you think the Steam Deck will bring some competition to the Switch? See, I get what be like, Rich, you know, they're doing the 64, but like the games are still full-fledged AAA PC games. They aren't, it's not like they're making them for, when a AAA game is made for the Switch, they're fine-tuning it to the hardware, compressing it so it's palatable and fits on the smaller storage or slower storage. You know, again, when I saw IGN say, oh, but you could put a nice big juicy SD card in here, I'm like, some games won't even run off of those SD cards because they don't have the I/O throughput. Go try to install some kind of... Maybe there are some that do, but I know I've done it before. Even older AAA games, if you install them on a micro SD card, nope. It's just like, yeah, no, can't stream the assets off of here. Ain't happening. Plague Corp Systems, thank you very much. All right, so let's see what these guys have to say. So far, I agree with everything on them. I don't put personal feelings in the way of what needs to be said, because I think that would be being an irresponsible YouTuber. My editor. That's fine, man. Worst comes to worst tomorrow, I edit. No big deal. Just let me know what's up, dude. So let's see what's going on here. Pat's hair wished it looked that good, but that's okay.
All right, Ian. Do we really have to do this again? Tommy Tallarico's back in the news again because he keeps giving us things to talk about. And this time it's he's saying a lot of stuff and then realizing that maybe it's not the best thing to say and taking it down. But yeah, Tommy.
Ian's beard is looking like sex. Pat, what is this? Hold on. It won't let me click the link, bro. Ah! No. Fuck. God damn it. Knew it was gonna. It won't let me. Gabe Newell wiped off his deck for your birthday. All right, so let's it won't let me look at the link, bro. So let's see what's going on here.
After our stream, our recording last week, took to Atari Age to slander or libel? Libel.
Us, libel, not libel, but that's okay.
By saying that we are responsible for him receiving death threats.
Oh, I'm so tired of hearing this from everybody on the fucking internet ever. I'm so tired of it. Not them. I'm saying... You can't say, because I have a bad opinion about you that you don't like, that I'm having people attack you. People have done, literally from the Amico community have done that with me. Shut the fuck up, you fucking garbage cowards. You're cowards. All I did was state my opinion. I never, ever would tell anyone to go after you, you fucking turds. Shut the fuck up. You don't live in a bubble. You don't live in a bubble. You don't live in an echo chamber. People are going to disagree with you. People are not going to like the same shit that you like. Stop saying that Pat and Ian, I have to defend them here, me and other people who dare question dear leader Tommy Tallarico and the fucking Amico, that rhymes, are making people go after you. Shut the fuck up. Because it's just a lame-ass excuse. Just like when people were saying when I was calling out Soulja Boy's console, both times, especially the first time, that they had no argument and they knew I had valid points, that I was saying it because I was racist. Fuck you. I'm so tired of that. You can't handle people not agreeing with you or liking your product or liking your videos then get the fuck off the internet and shut down your social media accounts. You fucking pieces of garbage. But ask me how I really feel.
And violent messages.
Well, he tried to word it like he was.
Pat was on an episode. I heard about that. A long time ago, wasn't that, Beal? Happy birthday, Sonny. Switch OLED Steam. I'm more excited. I'm going to get both if I could get the either of them. But I'm more psyched for the Steam Deck, though, which almost sounds like the Elgato Stream Deck. They probably should have named it different, but I still love it. Love it.
He's sneaky with his wording, but he's
no, dude. I'm not gonna. You know why I'm not gonna calm down? Because I'm so fucking tired. Because then people buy into that too. Like, is Rich a bully? Is Pat the NES punk a bully? Like, you're sending people. Like, I've saw some of the people clutching pearls on those smaller channels, and I'm like, oh my god, you. Like, if you are riding Tommy's coattails to think you're gonna make a living off the internet, you can't handle it. Quit now. You can't handle it. Because if you think me being critical of you look like an asshole, you know, achieving an erection over Finnegan Fox, then there's no way in hell you could handle having a even moderate following on the internet. You will implode. You will have a nervous breakdown. I'm saying it for your own mental health. Run. Because if you think this is an attack, you ain't seen nothing, man. And like even like the worst shit, I've had a cyber stalker. Even the worst shit that's happened to me is nothing compared to like what Sweet Anita has dealt with, what other people have dealt with. It's nothing. So if you can't handle this, you ain't built for this, Chief. I wasn't built for it for a long time. It took me a long time to grow a thicker skin. Happy birthday, Get Big Suda 51 fan. Looking forward to No More Heroes 3 on Switch. Any advice finding collector's editions besides eBay? Patience. And following things like Inventory Bot on Twitter, Falco Drin, like Falco Drin, DRIN. You could see like they have announcements of when products, like they'll have automatic announcements when products come out, stuff like that. That's really it, though, man. So anyway,
he said after Pat Neen's disgusting stream yesterday, and I'm sure we all know who from here sparked that one.
Pat Neen's disgusting stream. I'm sure it was just them being critical of the stupid shit that Tommy's been doing. I wonder why Tommy Tallarico is a Trump supporter. Maybe because he goes and walks in front of the mirror and sees the same guy? Just saying.
I've received 2 death threats and countless extremely violent messages on.
So have I, Tommy. Welcome to being a public figure. Welcome to being an internet public figure, let me say. See, a lot of these OGs, I've actually said this to Tommy straight up before, like we've talked through Facebook DMs, and I left him a message like, dude, look, I know you've been doing this shit for a long time, but it's different than like legacy media. Like right now, everyone, like someone here could say to me, you're a fat, ugly, disgusting fuck, and I hate your fucking videos. Like when you're on a TV show, you're insulated from that because you're not in direct contact with the people who watch you. So OG like legacy media, public figures, when they come on the internet, that's why you see a lot of like, oh my god, this A-list actress or actor made a YouTube channel. A lot of them like fold under pressure, or they don't handle their own social media accounts because they can't fucking handle it. They're used to everyone metaphorically sucking their cock.
On Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube, saying it would be a big mistake for me to show up in public at the Crayola event. We've reported all of them, but I doubt anything will be done. Okay.
You know why it's not going to be? I mean, I want to say something here real quick. The narrative, the first thing that makes this unbelievable is the narrative that Twitter has not done anything. I've reported all sorts of things on Twitter, fairly mundane, and things just get
Rising Sun Productions, thank you very much. I appreciate that, man.
taken down.
Well, I guess then Twitter, because I have reported literally like threats, like straight up putting up personal like image, like family members' images, personal information, and physical threats. I think I said that already. They don't do shit. Like, oh yeah, it doesn't violate our. I'm like, yeah, they threatened someone to beat the shit out of somebody. one of the people that was a troll of mine threatened to beat the shit out of someone and meet them in a parking lot. Not me, actually. And yeah, I reported it. And it doesn't work, Ian. I don't know. Maybe it worked for him. It sure as fuck countless times, even fairly recently. Within the past year and a half, I reported some stuff, and they don't do shit. Maybe because I called Jack an asshole in the past before. I don't know.
Like, it's not like they don't do anything. They're not doing anything because it didn't happen, Tommy.
But
no, I don't agree with that. Twitter factually does shit. I've talked about this even before I complained. I've talked about this for years. Unless it's like a high-profile person, Twitter doesn't act. They're just it doesn't like. They threatened to murder me and pistol whip me and put a bullet in my head in my sleep. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't violate our guidelines. Okay. All right, well, okay. Rich, have a mojito or one of these nice beers you were talking about on me. Thank you. I'll have a mojito. That's what I have on Saturday, man, a mojito. Thank you very much, Vantagonist. Rising Sun, I think I thanked you. And Justin R., I thanked you too. So let's keep being a horse.
But yeah, I would say almost all this shit didn't happen. But the insinuation that us discussing, the awful.
Why is Ian's phone from like 2014? His phone is old. I don't know. That's a really stupid thing and pointless thing and frivolous thing to notice. But that phone looks like it's like a S3. I don't know why I noticed that. That's very strange. Who gives a shit if it works and it communicates? It's fine. But it's a really old phone. Let's continue.
Legal threats against Ars Technica. That our discussion of that would lead to death threats directly is libelous. It's obviously a fucking lie. It's disgusting, again. And thankfully, Atari H took down that post. But that's where Tommy's at. He's so desperate that now he has to play the victim after his awful fucking behavior, going after any critic, going after you.
Yeah, he tries to make any critic out to seem villain. I've never seen this before with any other fucking platform. Or any other piece of hardware. He literally tries look, okay, you don't agree with him. Like retweeting people saying Amico haters could eat my ass, or again, I'm paraphrasing, but not too far from it. It's like, this is not how a CEO of a company should act. You know, do I talk about drama and stuff? Yeah, because I'm a commentator and I'm a persona, and this is kind of like what I do. In a weird way, I'll admit it, and I've never really hit it. I kind of enjoy talking about drama. It's enjoyable. It's entertaining. Go buy yourself a Drake's coffee cake on me. I already had enough today, so I'm going to shit. But thank you. I appreciate it, Undecided. Thank you for craving me, Ray.
YouTubers like us going after game journalists, going after...
Did you see the CEO, I think it was Julie Ehrman of Ouya at the time, which that had probably just as many critics, if not maybe even a little more than the Amico. Yeah, about the same. Was she calling them gaming racists? Was she having these desperate smaller YouTubers that were licking her boots? She didn't have that. Tommy does have that. Trying saying that anyone who criticizes them for looking like fucking fake idiots in the videos. Did she have their ass kissers going to defend people? Was she retweeting the Ouya haters can eat a bag of dicks? You are your own worst enemy right now, Tommy. This is very recent. This is I think today, 8 hours ago or something like that. You are your own worst enemy. You are all the image of the Amico, even with the shit games that I've seen for it, would be so much better if he just shut his fucking mouth. But his ego won't let him do it. What would be great marketing advice for Intellivision and the Amico? Have Tommy Tellerico shut the fuck up. If Pat flattened his hair, he would look like a landmark from Test. Dude, I don't. He used to have a pretty dope hairstyle when he was like. I know he's older now. He's around my age, but I don't like. It's not an afro. It's not a mullet. It's just like a helmet of hair. It's just like he took a rug. He's like, all right. He goes to the barber and was like, hey, Pat, what do you want? Like, this piece of folded up rug that I just have in this picture I took? Just make my hair look like that. I don't understand it, but that's besides the point here. I mean, we could go to plenty of flaws that I have with my physical appearance, and I would agree with all of them with you.
For people in the industry who are critical of all, once he gets pushback, he then has to say, well, I'm the victim. Look what's happening.
I agree. I agree. Pat can hate me all he wants to. I know we're not fans of each other, but he should have so gotten a publicist. He is a PR nightmare. If he was a YouTuber, fine, it's something different, man. Look, I have my little petty bickers back and forth. You're a CEO of a company with a physical product you're going to eventually, probably, have in stores. Terrible, terrible optics. The optics on this are poor. And he doesn't realize that he just doesn't care that he's sending like all these YouTubers, these smaller YouTubers that are hoping like being correlated with Tommy Tellerico and the Amico are going to give him like some kind of like following. He's just sending them like they don't realize they're being guided off a cliff. Seems like Rich keeps finding people who keep feeding trolls. Seems like Rich keeps finding people. Huh? You mean Tommy? Or did you mean a different name? Because I'm not
happening.
So basically, Shigeru Miyamoto is calling Tommy and Karen. That's why he could, just because his name is Shigeru Miyamoto, he could literally say that he's like taking a shit. I'm gonna applaud. Thank you, Wyatt. You're already 40. Deaths to come, and be glad you probably won't make it to later in the century. World's already on fire. That's great. Thank you, Wyatt. You always brighten up my day. Thank you.
To me now.
He absolutely fucking soaks his pants and retreats back to Atari age and plays the victim. And
Thankfully,
it's ridiculous.
This post was up for almost 24 hours. He also accused someone else we know who's a video game person for awful behavior that did not happen. It was a lie. And
I wonder if that's me. I didn't see the post. Is that me he's referring to? I have a feeling it is. And if it is me, shout out to Pat for saying that I didn't do it, because I didn't do it. I don't know if it's me, though. Lazy game. See, I'll actually review it. As much as I'm ripping it apart, I will, because I just have to. I know, like, I bought the VC, and you know what? I have good news for you so far. The VCS is pretty much as much of a train wreck as I thought it was going to be. Shocking. I think the Stream Deck should have its. No, I want 720p. I want the RDNA 2 cores on there. I want them to have more headroom. 720p. I'm perfectly fine with 720p on the Nintendo Switch OLED. I'm totally fine with it. I'd rather them worry about like ray tracing and better shadows and better textures. 720p is fine. I am 210% okay with 720p personally. So in television would probably get easier marketing if they hired EDP. It's getting to that fucking point, dude. It's getting to that point. You watch Mudahar's, so we're getting there, man. Like, I'm kidding. That's an extreme. But Tommy is just fucking... I mean, look, he's going to leave this a millionaire. He's already a millionaire now, so... If Amico doesn't take off, he'll be fine. But so you watch Mudahar's video? I have not watched any videos on anything, especially today, man. I've been so busy. But I will watch it, though. I love Mudahar's video. I love Some Ordinary Gamers. Do you like Steam Decks? Do you like putting Steam Decks in your mouth? Well, then you're a gay fish. Happy birthday, Papa. Love you. Why, thank you. I didn't mean to hit that one, but we're going to go with it. That actually worked. Let's continue.
You can only do this so long until people say you're crying wolf or you're full of shit or you're...
I don't know about that because there's people who always clutch their pearl clutchers who do it all the time. The quartering. Which I find funny because the quartering is like anti-pearl clutching, yet he's the first one to clutch his pearls every fucking time. But let's not bring him up again because I still know I have a viewer base here who gets very angry when I talk about him because they're also a fan of him. No, but people, for some reason, like, that always seems like the fallback where people always agree with it. I don't understand that either. Article, Facebook and advertising partners panicking because majority of iPhone users are opting out of data tracking. Yeah, because if they can't track what you're looking at, they can't have ads that are like customized to, you know, hey, you like watching a lot of porn? Here's an advertisement from it. Like they track your shit to put ads that they're hoping that you'll click on. That's actually quite delicious. I'm so glad Apple's bringing Facebook in a way to its knees, huh? Hey, Rich, no, I'm super late. What are your thoughts on the Steam Deck? I think it's fucking awesome. I can't wait to get one. The only thing I'm going to complain about in the video I'm going to make tomorrow is the storage. Yeah. Good enough to compete with next-gen consoles? Well, you'll definitely be able to do current-gen gaming on it for a while. So, yeah. I mean, with the RDNA, I almost wish they went with like 6 physical cores, even if it wasn't multi-threaded, instead of 4 cores, 8 threads. But, you know, it's still going to be a decent system. Thoughts on Valve's? I just mentioned it. I think it's absolutely incredible. I just wish I had more storage. Happy birthday. Thank you, Dre Gaming Network. I'm going to have to shit in a second. Should I do that now? Yes. Give me like 4 minutes and I'll be back. I'm a fast shitter, and yes, I always wash my hands when I shit, for Christ's sake. Oh, look, my scratched up PS5 because I'm an asshole. So, yeah, I mean, I'll keep rudimentary. Okay, I know I answered you before a little bit, but yeah, I think the 2 teraflops compute performance, I think the 720p screen is fine. Yes, I wash my hands. I'm just kind of not happy with the storage options, and the fact that you can't upgrade them yourself kind of annoys me too. But Dre Gaming Network, thank you very much.
Let's continue.
Oh man, I got the whole statement out there. I'm proud of myself.
Or an awful person or a combination. Of course, the people on Atari Age take Tommy at the face value. Like, oh, that's so terrible, these people. But it's a lie. It's a fucking...
I just really, I can't help. I know I've said this 7,000 fucking times. I just know if this wasn't because Tommy was behind it, that people... I was out of breath from burping, but not from shitting. That, I just don't think people would be as passionate about this thing. And, like, sure, the Intellivision had its moment, but it really wasn't that great of a console. The controller sucked. Okay, it had superior hardware in terms of capabilities compared to the Atari, but it was a flash in the pan. I don't know. I think people are more so like enamored with, oh my god, a guy who made a bunch of video game soundtracks and was wildly successful in the industry is following me. I'm gonna love the product he makes, even though I know most of what I see for it is shit, minus a few games.
lie. This is a charade and someone trying to play the victim who tries to be a bully and go after critics, who sends low-level YouTubers and to make videos about critics to come after us. And
that's what they did with me. Why would you do this to us, Rich? The guy took the video down, too, because he was probably getting... Because it's bullshit. I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking the fact, hey, you're in a... What did you expect to happen? When you're in a video, and you want to have publicity, people are going to criticize you and say things you may not like. Cry fucking more. Like, that's life. Can't handle it. Don't try to be in the public eye. Sean McCarthy, he is an avid Donald Trump supporter. I know you're shocked. An average man with 2 breasts speaks on the Amico tonight. May everyone have a good night. I have no idea what you said after that Google fish, but I don't know why it made me hard.
And to go after people on Twitter. Like, it's disgusting. It's wannabe like thug dictator mafia behavior to do that.
Well, and
sounds familiar. It sounds like someone who was a former president of the United States, and anyone who questioned him, people attacked. Again, Tommy's also a Donald Trump supporter. Are you starting to see the... like, I don't know what the... That can't be a coincidence. It's the same, like, cult of personality mindset. And this isn't politics, but the same fucking thing is going on. It's surreal. Like, do you see that? Yes, Tommy Tallarico is an avid Trump supporter. Avid.
I would say this. Far be it for me to say that people don't get out of hand. People do get out of hand. I'm sure Tommy's gotten some less than stellar comments directed his way. We've gotten lots of less than stellar comments directed our way over the years. Ones insinuating violence. What I'm saying is, I don't think there's a huge rush of it.
Yeah, like, dude, that's just a day in the office for me too. I'm sure it is for Pat and Ian. Just a day in the office, man. Oh wow, someone gave me a death threat today. All right, well, welcome to YouTube.
And oh shit, my point. I had a point.
Well, my point is that trying to connect us to it is insane.
Trying to connect us to it is insane. But the other thing is, come out with some names.
Maybe I may make a video on Netflix. Well, Stadia Stadia's unofficially dead. I don't care what anybody says. It's not competition for anything. Stadia is like Stadia's competition is on live. at best. The fact that he's a Trump fan says it. And look how he acts. Can't be a coincidence. And I know people are going to get pissed off because I know there's people that are still Trump fans in my audience, but I'm not going to hold my tongue for that.
Yes, I want to see receipts.
People who keep tabs on the Amico and stuff like that. People.
Yes, Trump and Tommy. They even have down to the fucking spray tan Griffin Gaming. I was going to mention that before I forgot. Like, bro, he is. He's mentioned it in like, and I remember when Trump was saying something about, you know, are we going to do something in the lungs? Maybe like spray, like he didn't say exactly this. Maybe we'll, you know, spray Lysol on the lungs. He didn't say that. I know, but it sounded like he was saying like something with like a disinfectant. And I was like, yeah, that wasn't a smart thing. Now I did defend Trump. And remember with the whole thing with what was that drug that initially they said, and people, there was some guy who was stupid and went to a pet store and ingested a whole bunch of it to try to prevent him from getting COVID, and he died. I was like, no, you can't pin that on Trump. That was just a moron being a moron. Like Darwin, that was Darwin's fault, not Trump's. But hydroxychloroquine, yeah, there was like a fish tank cleaner that this asshat, DSP's bald spot as a member. Take your time, it's fine. Thank you. Like the guy went to to get like a fish that had hydroxychloroquine in it, and I think his wife took it too because she obviously, like, you marry someone who's of similar intellect to you, and she got sick and he died. I don't blame that on Trump. That's just stupid people being dumb, and Darwin got him. But Trump has said anyway. You get what? But I remember Tommy got kind of mad, like, dude, you're taking that out. I'm like, no, he said something stupid, Tommy. Like he got defensive because yeah. I wonder if him and Trump spray tan together. Like Tommy and Trump are like, and like, I have the best spray tan can. What kind of can do you have, Tommy? I bet you mine is better. And Tommy's like, oh, I got one too here. I'll spray you, Donald, and I'll spray you because we're both tremendous people, and we both have two pairs of tremendous nipples. Well, one pair each of us, but you get what I'm saying.
Who are not particularly thrilled about the Amico, who have questions to ask about the Amico, have said numerous times, show us the names so we can police our areas. And Tommy refuses to do that.
I don't even want to police. You're not going to let me, like, the more, like, first off, it's either people that are idiots that feel like they need to, like, go after people in my honor, like, you're morons, don't do it. Or they're just trying to incite, and they wouldn't, like, even if I always condemn, even if no matter how much I dislike a person, I never want to see anyone be threatened or doxxed. I say it all the time. I don't, it's stupid. I don't want to see anyone harmed over having opinions about video games or current events or even politics. I don't want to see anyone harmed for any of that. But the people that do it are either fucking fools, or they just hate you and are doing it because they want to make you look bad, so they're going to do it anyway. So,
because I think it's just an attention-getting technique.
Yeah,
it is.
You want to play
I
victim
agree.
after you attack people, but that's not what we're here to really discuss mainly. But we have to address that, and I'm glad Atari H took down that post. And I'll just say this: you can't allow someone to post shit like that about us or anyone else. If that continues, I'm going to have a major problem. Yes, so I'm glad Atari Age has somewhat policed that. I don't still know why Tommy's allowed to post on there. That's a whole other conversation. One time,
because they're going to lick his boots because he's, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to stop him. You got money and power, you could get away with things that someone else can't. You can't get. It's just the way life is.
one day we will have, after all his lies and bullshit and libel against multiple people. But
inciting so much hate to others that they seek out violence on me and my family is disgusting. We didn't incite any violence.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Tommy. Stop, Tommy. Criticizing you isn't inciting violence, Tommy. If we were inciting violence, YouTube would have had Pat's channel going and my channel going a long time ago. Having an opinion is not inciting violence, but your stupid brain-dead fucking diehard fans who are brainwashed by you Yes, Tommy is really a Trump supporter 110%. Factual. Yes. Are going to lap it up and believe it. And he knows that. There is the cult of Intellivision. What did I call them? Amico tards. Or we could call them Intellitards. That actually works better too. Intellitards. He has his Intellitard fan club who lap up everything he says.
Tommy, we called you up for being a fucking douchebag. Don't be a douchebag.
Yeah, it's in his DNA, though. It's in his narcissistic personality. So we're going to talk, though, about Tommy actually responded to the Ars Technica article via a Nintendo Life article who interviewed him.
That's you're butchering the word interview.
I mean, like, as loose as possibly, I could say interviewed Tommy.
This is like almost a year after the last time Tommy needed extreme damage control and was interviewed by someone who is now anti-Amico, but it's that sort of thing.
They won't mention my name. Dude, and I'm not even anti-Amico. I'm just calling it out on the bullshit. Like, say my fucking name. It's okay. Like, I'm not gonna have my feelings hurt. Like, say my name. It's fine. My interview with him sucked. I wasn't in the right frame. I didn't even want to do the interview. And it was stupid. It was horrible optics. I didn't think about that I was wearing a television shirt. I could have been wearing I was in such a weird mental state that I could have been wearing a shirt saying I love hard cock in the ass, and I wouldn't have known I had it on. Just say my name, Ian. It's okay. It's okay. I agree with you. We're on the same team now with this. What happened between you and Tommy in the last week? I'm just criticizing what I feel needs to be criticized. Nothing happened. He didn't, like, slap his mushroom against my head or anything.
Every year or so, after Tommy makes a fucking fool out of himself.
Every year. It's every 6 months.
Not a. I'll. How about every 3 months? And that's still being generous that he makes a fool out of himself. Who is a member? Trey X Cooper. Thank you for becoming a member. They won't say your name because they think they're better than you. Oh, and happy birthday. Well, I don't know if they... Well, no, yeah. Pat literally said... It was funny because the algorithm brought up an Amico video that they made. And, like, sometimes when you're watching a video, just scroll through the rabbit hole of comments under the video. And someone said, Rich not liking the Amico now ruined his credibility. And then Pat replied back with, I never had credibility. Because, this is the epitome of journalism right here. Like, but whatever. Again, I could put personal feelings aside and just talk about what's actually at stake here. So, I'll put our differences aside because I agree with them with what they're saying, and I agree Tommy's acting like an ass, and I agree that the Amico looks questionable at best. Sorry, not fucking sorry, So, Pat or Ian, just come give me a nice kiss, dude. Let's hug. I'll buy you a beer if we're ever at a con together, which probably won't happen. But if we are, I'll buy you a beer. I'll put my hands through Pat's hair and we'll be friends. Probably not because you'll never let that happen, but that's okay. Viper316, thank you for becoming a member, my man. I appreciate it.
Someone comes along to offer him a softball platform.
Venture Beat article.
Venture Beat, the dude.
The dude?
The dude. That, the guy. And
oh, just say my name. Dude, I'm going to be like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. Say my name. Say it, Ian. Just say my name.
You blew it.
Happy birthday, Rich. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate it.
And then
Dean Takahashi.
No, I know. I'm talking about Review Tech USA.
Oh! Oh, shit! He said it! I did my fat Heisenberg, and Ian came out with it, thank you. And you could see that he suffered while he was like, Review Tech USA. It's okay. It's like, just let it all out. Like, we agree on this one, dude. You don't have to be my friend. You don't want to ever like me. That's okay. That's fine. You're goddamn right. I kind of wanted to buy it, Amico, because the Intellivision was something me and my dad bonded over his kid, but now I ain't buying it. That's what Tommy doesn't fucking realize what he's doing. He needs to just shut the fuck up, hire a good PR team, and step back. I don't know who this Review Tech US guy is, but he must be weird and like horses or something if he's such an Amico shill. Yeah. Look, man, I know the optics of that, and you said it, Sean, and you're right. Like, wearing an Amico hoodie while I'm reviewing the CEO of the company, what was, like, I wasn't thinking. I literally wasn't thinking. I swear on my kids that was not done to suck Tommy's cock, metaphorically. Like, it was horrible optics. Definitely one of my bigger fails since I've been doing this. And if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have done it. Rich, I have asked Mark Cerny to use a singular mega nip to laser good vibes directly to your nips for your birthday. Why, thank you. I hope you felt the vibes. I did. I felt the vibes when I scratched my PS5 by taking off the side panel. I'll show that to you after we watch this video 7 hours from now. Hope your birthday, you sex muffin breast. Thank you. Love, breast. See, look, DSP, I literally have a guy here. You're going to be a mod. Are you a mod, Rich's Luscious Left Breast? Yes, you are a mod. Like, I'm not... Like, you have someone called DSP's Bald Spot, which is amazing. I have my luscious left breast because I have a sagging, hairy left breast. Just have fun with it. Happy Horse Day, Rich. Thank you for being my favorite YouTuber. Thank you, Candid Nation. I appreciate that. I didn't mean my last super... I mean, love you, man. I wish you... I just know you are the Howard Stern of YouTube. I take that as a huge fucking... I just didn't know what you meant. I wasn't insulted. I just had no idea what you meant, bro. Trust me. There's people who literally say nasty things to me in super chats or regular chat. It doesn't bother me. That did not... I just didn't understand what you meant. ISU 2005, thank you very much for the super chat. Let's keep going. He said my name. Thank you. Thank you for saying it.
The piece of garbage.
Yes.
Who now, even he recognizes this is so bad now that, well, he...
No,
Why am I a piece of... Like, what did I... Dude, did I dip my balls in your cereal? You fucking sensitive girl. You teenage sensitive girl. Like, why am I a piece of garbage? Because I called you out on your bad take? I called you out on your bad take on Diablo Immortal. I also called you out on when you were saying that I like, look, my interview with him was bad. I always admit that, but I was not. And like, shill, I get seems like you're being paid off. It doesn't mean you are, and I more so understand shill right now, and I called them out on that too. But okay, you can call me a piece of garbage. I'm going to call you a sensitive piece of shit because you are.
I know. I'm talking about Review Tech USA.
The piece of garbage.
Yes.
Who now, even he recognizes this is so bad now that, well, he wanted to side with Tommy to try to take us down. Like, that worked out. But
I tried to side with Tommy to take you down? Who the fuck tried to take you down? What? No one tried to take you down. These two dudes look like sex repellent. Who the fuck is trying to take you down? I'm not siding with Tommy. I don't give a fuck about Tommy. He came to me initially back in like 2018 or 2019. Like, no one was licking boots here, dude. Shut the fuck up.
But even that snake realized this is getting...
That snake... How... He's literally said like 7 different fucking things about me in like the past like 10 seconds. Fit some more words in. Just call me a fat piece of shit. Say, let's say fat piece of shit has a small dick. Well, they're both true. Like, just fit it all in. Are you still hurt, Pat? Are you still hurt? How are your feelings? Do you want a hug? Do you want a haircut? I'm pretty good at shaving my head bald. I can help you out. Hey, happy birthday, Rich. You're not garbage. Did you already talk about the Steam Deck? Yes. I will make a video on it tomorrow. It is absolutely amazing, except for one way. The storage options suck dick. But everything else is pretty awesome.
Getting so bad, I now have to attack Tommy in the console after he shilled for it.
After my ill-thought-out attempt to attack.
No, it
Yeah,
was
us.
totally fine. So like then he tries to attack us. He realized that
A
got
4-hour live stream with Tommy.
multiple live streams with Tommy. After that infomercial, the whole point.
Okay. Conveniently, he leaves out where I had the 4-hour live stream was an Ask Me Anything, where I think even Griffin Gaming was in there roasting the shit out of him. That part you conveniently left out though, Pat, right? That it wasn't everyone just, that's where they used the sound clip from Gaming Racist. That came from my live stream, and Tommy was getting roasted and he was getting stressed out. You conveniently leave out that part though, right? And just say I did a 4-hour live stream sucking his dick. Come on. Put it all out there if you're going to put it out there, dude. Put it all out there.
What is this? Even a snake
Yeah, because it's going to be amazing, Captain Star Chaser. It's going to be amazing, but the storage options concern me.
like him was intelligent enough to realize that, wow, this is getting worse and worse. I got to jump ship now. And he went after the smaller YouTubers and punched down, which that's a whole conversation.
He's even saying, you were just saying the same. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm getting pissed off I didn't see this part. You were saying I didn't punch down. I looked at the videos that were on Intellivision's YouTube channel and said this looks, shut the fuck up, I punched down. When you say that people are getting threatened, whether it be Tommy Tellerico, we're just giving criticism. I do the same thing and you're saying I punched down? Fuck you.
That was unfortunate, I think, some of that.
Yeah,
approach.
not necessary.
But
Not. Like, is anyone not seeing how this is, like, you understand what I'm saying? Hey, Rich, happy 40th. I'm only a few months behind you, bro. I was wondering how many hours per week it takes to keep a channel as a full-time gig. I work an insane amount of hours. But like, don't just do it for fun at first, man. Yeah, but if I do it, it's wrong. I was criticizing it's not like I went to theirs. Now, if I went to their specific YouTube channels, okay, that's different. These are videos that were Amico reactions on a television Amico's YouTube channel. You're saying I'm punching down? Fuck off. I love how when we do it, it's just criticism. But we don't like Rich. We think he's a piece of garbage. I also think you're a piece of shit too, you fucking loser, who you were also ass hurt because I called you out on that stupid Kickstarter you did years ago. And when I met you, the first thing he said to me is, I have a bone to pick with you the first time I met him at a con. Like, and that was 5 years after that happened. So he holds grudges. Good. You could suck my metaphorical dick. Cole Childress, how are you?
this article by
Thank you.
Jamie McFerrin, Intellivision's Tommy Tallarico wants to follow in Nintendo's footsteps, but will he get the chance?
No.
Is
Wow.
if it was, you could have told me. I'm not. This is not a paid article, but if you told me it was a paid article, I believe you, because
Yes.
this is a damage control PR article for Tommy Tallarico.
A woman got cash back at the self-check at Walmart, and someone stole it from her because she forgot it at the carrot. Now she said she is going to sue Walmart. Yeah, that's her problem. That ain't Walmart's problem. She cry more.
And we talked about Nintendo Life before, how they sort of have been running cover for Polymega since the fall.
Yes.
And like doing the review.
Yeah, the Polymega is, well, by far nowhere near as much of a train wreck as this. But I have my questions on that too as well.
Helping get pre-orders for it, but then like not really doing any follow-ups about, wow, this is not being shipped out to backers. A lot of the
I can't get over that. I can't get over like they literally made it. They didn't directly say it. Okay, we just saw it. I don't like putting words, but they made it like I went to, oh, let's go to Bob, the Amico bootlegger, Bob, the television Amico bootleggers YouTube channel. And specifically, I just went and watched the videos that were on the Intellivision Amico YouTube channel where they had the reactions and said, these seem like fucking fake garbage. Thank you, Even. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Z77, for thanking me for the birthday wishes. For the happy birthday. Wow. All right, I knew they were going to have to throw me under the bus, try to anyway, somehow here.
The backers, most of the backers don't have a Polymega. What the fuck is happening?
Which, by the way, there was an update to that last night.
Thank
Apparently,
you,
they have a
Subaru.
warehouse full of them now,
Oh!
and they are going to start shipping them out.
Okay, how did that not make the topic list, Ian?
I saw it last night in my half asleep.
Okay, maybe that'll be a topic, but okay.
I hope, I'm not going to be, like, obviously I won't do anything. I'm not going to, but, like, it would be so interesting if I see him at a con. And, like, because we'll obviously, like, maybe we'll be, like, in the same group of people. Like, please don't, like, Pat, I'm just going to let you know, like, don't try to pretend to be nice to me. Like, I'm not going to do anything, but I'm just going to be like, dude, I'm going to just be like, hey, you're a piece of shit. Like, I'm not going to, like, here's the thing. If I don't like you on the internet, I'm not going to like you in real life either. Like, I don't act different. This is a persona, but I'm still real. I'm me. Like, I think you're a sensitive, egotistical piece of shit. And I mean that wholeheartedly. You can't let shit go. You wanted me to give you a heads up before I made the video on Diablo Immortal, which your ass is still hurt about, because even before all the Amico shit, you did not like me. You and Ian were crying, unfollowed me on Twitter, and let me tell you something. Let me give you a secret about why people become friends with other people, whether they become friends with them because, like, all right, the more connections I have, it's the less chance of people stepping on my toes or criticizing me. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. You could be Intro Guy. If Intro Guy had a YouTube channel, he made a video that I thought was a bad take. He's like my brother. I would call him out on it. And he would do the same to me. Okay? We all do this, man. There's no code. You want a telegram or a red carpet rolled out before someone talks about you, eat a bag of salty dicks, because it's not going to happen.
But this article runs down Tommy's accolades. Tommy Tallarico is a name that should be instantly familiar to a lot of video gamers.
No.
If it was 1998.
No. I had no idea who Tommy Tallarico was until I think we started doing video game years. I didn't.
Can I bring up that I'm just sick of these false notions of respect? Like, we have to have respect for people. No, I don't have to have...
No, Tommy, like, when was his show on G4? Like the late 90s, early 2000s? Shirts off, everyone. Damn it, Midtown Mike, thank you. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you, sir. Thoughts on the new Steam Deck Switch competitor? I almost did. Avon and Matt, thank you. Happy birthday. Subu, thank you. I don't know if I missed. All right, yeah, I did miss these. Sorry. Subu, Even, Kareem, the Stream Deck competitor, I think it's awesome. The thing that bothers me about it, though, is storage options. Everything else is, I think, the specs are perfect, but the storage, they're like, oh, you just add a micro SD card. No, the micro SD card does not have the read and write speeds to handle a lot of current gen games. Like, even somewhat older games, I've tried it with other consoles, like, oh, I just add an SD card. No, won't work.
Have respect for anyone. Anytime that this shit comes up, someone took to Twitter to insult us, they'll remain
This man is
unnamed.
a legend in
He's
the
a legend.
industry.
Show him the respect. No, I don't have to show.
Yeah, I don't have to show, even though I'm agreeing with most of what they say, I don't have to show these idiots respect. I don't have to show Tommy respect. I don't kiss anybody's fucking ring. Like, if you think that your following or your credits from what you've done in your career are going to keep me from calling you a fuck up, you're going to hate me because I'll call you a fuck up. I'll kamikaze plane my own channel to call someone an asshole. I think we know who I'm talking about. If I think they're doing something stupid, even if we have cross subs, I don't care. But I think there's a lot of people that think, oh, like, dude, that's Hollywood. That's exactly what goes on in Hollywood. It's like, I'm so-and-so. How dare you say anything? Like, as much as I love Howard Stern, I got to say one thing that bothers me, I guess because they're trying to bring in like, oh, let's have Lady Gaga. Like, why the fuck are you? Like, I know Howard Stern has always interviewed people, but I feel like he has, like, these people on there, like, 20-something that I know he has zero fucking interest in. And he's like, oh, so who are you dating now? Are you going to get married? Howard, do you really fucking care? Do you really care? Or is the CEO of Sirius telling you that you need to care? Because Howard Stern, I mean, he still does others. I watch him and I support him. I stayed signed up to Sirius because of him. But again, I don't kiss rings. I think there's someone else making you pretend to care because there's enough zeros there. And it's like, what's the Diablo Immortal story? They had a bad take. I called them out on a bad take. My editor did some extra spicy stuff to roast them, and they've hated me ever since 2018. So fuck them.
Show anyone fucking respect.
You just show me respect. Well, I got to show you respect. No.
You earn respect. No one just fucking does.
It's funny they say that, though. Think about what I just said. They thought that I should have given them a heads up. Because he literally DM'd me and said, you could have given me a heads up saying you're going to make that video. Why? You don't need to give me a heads up. People make videos on me all the time. I don't go, hey, you got to DM me on Twitter. You got to DM me on YouTube. You have to DM me on Facebook before you make a video. You asked for that respect. I agree with what he's saying, but Pat doesn't practice what he preaches right here. They literally, like, what amazes me is that they talk shit in their videos all the time about the industry and rip people apart, which is fine. I condone that as someone who does it as well. Pat and Ian, did you talk to Tommy first before you made this? Do you talk to the people first at Polymega before you made this? No, you didn't. But what does it say? What is the saying? Like, do as I say, don't do as I do, or whatever? That's what they're saying right now. Getting the 650 Stream Deck, Valve is going Nintendo's. I don't know if it'll hit their crown, but man, is it going to be it's definitely going to make my Switch collect more dust having that. But I still think there's separate audiences for both. But I'm sold. Yeah, I'm sold. I wish the 651 had a terabyte hard drive in there. I think as a person who just used the Aya Neo Griffin with 512, with AAA games that are PC games, like, because you got to remember when they're like, say, like Doom Eternal for the Switch, it's going to be a lot smaller because it's compressed and it's optimized to, be stored on much smaller space. If you play Doom Eternal on the Aya Neo, it's much bigger. So, like, 512 gigabytes on a Switch would go way further than 512 gigabytes on the Steam Deck. So that's kind of my only issue. Now, if they made it, you could just put an NVMe SSD in there, I wouldn't have complained. But they're saying, and what bothered me, Griffin, is they were IGN was like, oh, you just add a micro SD card. I'm like, it doesn't have the IO throughput. I've tried it already with other smaller consoles. Some games will just flat out not run because it doesn't have the speeds. An SD card doesn't have the speeds for PC games. Now, obviously, the games are optimized to run on SD cards for the Switch because, again, it's a console, and they optimize it. But that's not going to fly with PC games. But we'll have to wait and see. Does Pat expect people to roll the red carpet and kiss both his butt cheeks before they can criticize him? Apparently so. But apparently they can do what they can do it to other people, but you do it to them, they want you to notify them first. Literally, that's what they did to me. Literally. Like, that's not, I'm not even, like, paraphrasing or over-exaggerating. Pat said, hey, why didn't you give me a heads up first? Because I don't fucking have to. I'm a commentator on YouTube. So are you. When you show me the receipts of you giving heads up for all the people you call out. They're probably not there, right, Pat? That's what I thought. Evan S., thank you for the super chat. Ian and Pat, which is Beavis. No, Beavis and Butthead are actually funny. They're not funny.
He's worked on over 300 video games during his long career, which people are saying now that a lot of that was farmed out work via his company for sound effects. So involved with sound design in Metroid Prime. That's debated largely how much work, if any, he did on Metroid Prime. Blah, 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 blah.
Moa Man Salah, thank you very much,
last
man.
week, Ars Technica
You've been subscribed since I first started doing
published a post that pulled apart documents found in the Intelligence Development Portal, which was publicly available online with no password required for access. This has since been remedied, but the damage has already been done, although Tallarico himself feels that Ars Technica's report is full of misinformation and the console has been treated rather unfairly in the coverage. This is funny.
But didn't Ars Technica get that shit right from their internal documents? Like, how is it unfair?
Full disclosure, prior to Ars Technica's piece going live, we were invited to speak to Tallarico via a...
As someone once said, don't talk shit. Phoenix Colt said this, if you can't take a hit, and it's true. I just always, even back then, back in the, I'm like, when Diablo Immortal was still fresh, I'm like, these guys do this all the time. Why do they want different treatment than they give other people? Because they're hypocrites.
A video call and receive a live demonstration.
What did Pat call me? Pieces of garbage. They're pieces of garbage. Well, if I'm garbage, you're garbage too. Takes garbage to no garbage, huh?
Of the Amico. Is it through a video call, though? While the devs units...
Ian is still not giving me my assless chaps back. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Wireless controllers occasionally refuse to play ball due to battery issues, and the UI was in an unfinished state. The system did work as advertised. Well, is it working as advertised if it's not syncing correctly?
No, it's not.
So we can at least put to bed one of the more common accusations.
You know what's funny is that you could so see that it hurt them to even mention my name, especially Ian. Ian was like, Review Tech USA. And so it was like, and like Pat was like, oh man, don't give him credit. He's garbage. He's garbage. It's like Ian, like in Pat's eyes, like he lit up a fire by like, we don't want to give Rich credit. So he's garbage. He's a piece of shit. Like I think about, like if you notice the back and forth with that, Ian was hesitant to say my name, and Pat was like, don't worry. I'll make sure that everyone knows that he's garbage still. Crisis averted. PCDET info. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it.
Regarding the Amico, it exists. That's a fucking red herring. That no one ever said the Amico didn't exist. We just said it's an unfinished mess, and it's not working properly.
I want to state that we've been very, I think, clear about that. I've not said it doesn't exist. I'm sure there are all sorts of...
Yeah, I've seen people playing it. I agree it exists. It doesn't mean it's not a piece of shit, though.
In progress.
I know I hit 1,000 people on my secondary YouTube channel. Like sometimes, like it's like people think, oh, haha, Rich, you always say that your stream channel is going to hit 1 million subs before your other channel. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think it may. I am way taller than Ron Jeremy. Why is human anatomy so inconsistent? I don't know, man. Why? Like, I'm sure there's some reason that like scientists could say why like there's some short people with huge cocks and some 7-foot tall people with button mushroom penises, but it's a mystery. We'll never know.
Progress systems.
Sure.
What I'm saying is, and this was going to be something that I'd say later, there was the Crayola experience that they had over the weekend.
Sure.
Amico Fest. And I...
Now, admittedly, I am friends with Saggy Melons. Yes, that's literally her Twitter name. And she said she tried it. And she said there was no lag, there was no issues, and she enjoyed it. I believe her. So, you know, when I get one in my hands, I'm still going to be objective about it and try it and give an honest opinion. And if I like it, I'm going to get shit. If I dislike it, I'm going to get shit. So I'm butt-fucked either way, so I might as well just get butt-fucked and be honest.
Fuck you! Give me my chicken!
All right, the chicken works. I know who Pat is, but who is Ian and how is... He's not... I'm not famous. They're not famous. No one's famous, but they do the completely unnecessary podcast together. Happy birthday, Rich to Mitch. Thank you very much. Violet Impact, I appreciate that.
I'm done. I just don't care about counting frames, about lag anymore. I don't care even about finding out if the game is a pre-existing.
Yeah, the stickers on Ian's laptop. That's like something a edgy 15-year-old pothead would do. Like, come on, man. I think that Ian's at least close to my age, if not my age. Like, bro, we're in our late 30s and 40s. Like, you don't need stickers. Stop with stickers. Stickers are not okay.
Game when I feel like we're missing the forest for the trees by focusing on these things. Here's the problem. This system is supposed to be out in 3 months.
And it's already
3 months.
It's 9 months behind schedule.
It's almost a year behind schedule.
Now, on the flip side, with what happened with the pandemic, I mean, even Sony and Microsoft are having issues. So that I won't hold against the Amico. They can if they want. I won't hold that against the Amico.
Sure.
If this thing is actually ready and all that is...
I don't mind Seggy Melons as long as they're real. Man, there was one time it was a good-looking girl I went out on a date with, and we had some fun, and she had jump rope titties. It was frightening. They were so saggy, they were ropes. And the thing about it is everything else on her was great. It was like, what happened to your tits? They literally looked like ropes of chewed bubblegum. It was quite frightening. Anyway, let's continue.
Is holding it up is a parts shortage. Why don't we have 4 to 6 systems booting up with the pack-in games that people can come in and demo without people breathing down their throat?
All right, Ian got a point there. That Isabel sticker is kind of hot, not gonna lie. I like, who cares? That was just me being petty and frivolous, to be quite honest with you. But Ian here has a good point. I feel like whenever they show off the Amico, on the flip side, at least what I've seen on camera, because I have not touched one yet, I'm hoping that can change. Hey, if Tommy is in the area, I mean, I know he was like in PA or Philadelphia. I had my fucking kids. There was no way I was getting there. But look, if he's like in New York City one day over the next couple months, sure, I'll go there and try it out. But it is true. It's like when you're doing like a tourist in North Korea, there's like in television execs like staring at you, making sure you're pressing the right button. At least from what I've seen. Maybe there are situations that hasn't happened. But from what I've seen on video, it's a very super controlled environment. But that's just what I'm seeing. Maybe there's other things that happen behind the scenes that I don't know about. Kepler 90i, thank you very much. Violet Impact, thank you very much.
Because they're not fucking ready.
With full
this
UI.
Is not just a part shortage. I'm sure that, and this has been my point the whole time, I'm sure the part shortage is a problem, or could be a problem, but the larger problem is it's not ready to go, and they're not telling you that. And that is my issue.
A console that is in production, should be in production right now, should have a finished UI, should have a finished web store, because that's how you buy most of these games. And yes, all the packing games should have been well finished last year. A year ago, the packing games should have been finished.
Because
I agree with all that. Nothing there I could say I disagree with.
Well as a lot of the release games should have been finished.
Review garbage, DSP sniff. Happy birthday, Rich. There you go. They look like two mad bros. Well, I guess you could say I got pissed off here too. Like, it's just hypocrisy is funny. But anyway, let's continue.
No point has Tommy said, yeah, we're having trouble getting these games developed. Or we're a year behind. It's always been, we need these parts. It's this that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yet I think for anyone to look at it and go, these are not finished games.
Software dev is different than producing the hardware. It is.
And then,
yeah, you could still produce good software. How much you want to bet Tommy will use the Switch OLED and Steam Deck to BS about why the console gets delayed again? Yeah, like, oh, the parts they got priority over the parts. I could see it. That's a good point, Griffin. I could see it. But just objectively, I will say I could get, they're right, though. The UI has nothing to do with part shortages. You should have a streamlined UI. You should be able to showcase the store. You should be able to show more games. They're right about that. That has nothing to do with the hardware. But part shortages, yeah, that's kind of a thing with the whole industry. But I could see Tommy saying, oh, because of the Steam Deck and because of the Switch OLED, that's why we're going to have to delay it again. No, man. The thing, you have a bunch of Flash games on a console that barely has the Xbox 360 has more hardware capability than this fucking thing. Maybe literally. I don't know spec for spec and what happens. What's not true, Saggy Melons? What's not true? That it's speculative what Griffin Gaming is saying. But, you know, well, it is. Hey, Rich, long-time lurker, first-time commenter, happy birthday, dude. Stay honest, stay hilarious, stay sexy, my friend. Fuck these two jerk-offs. But the thing is I would say like 90% of what they said in this stream I agree with. So far.
That's the issue. It's a lie. It's been a total lie the entire time how far along this actually is. If this was something that was shown by Tommy and he said, we've got a year till release date, this is the first outing we're having, I wouldn't even have any I wouldn't have anything to say about it. I'd be like, okay, it's got a year to finish up its problems. It's a way out, but 3 months from release.
Look at this statement here. This goes into his answers we're going to dissect. Given that Talarico has already kindly answered an initial batch of questions and taken time out from his vacation to show us the...
Ian, relax a little bit, dude. Don't be aggravated. He's very aggravated at the article. Like, you hear that breath in there? It was like... That was like, he sounded like Darth Vader there for a second. Relax, dude. You need a Xanax.
The machine in action, we decided to give him the right to address Ars Technica's more recent comments, as well as talk a little bit more about the Amico, its Nintendo heritage, and more besides. That's weird grammar. So they're like filleting Tommy for some reason. In this article, they're like going on the way to like, he kindly answered our questions. It's like, no, he should answer the questions, and you should put his feet to the fire about some of these things that are going on.
Yeah, why are we treating him with kid gloves? You want to ride in a Ferrari that bad?
And throughout this question,
I wonder if they gave Tommy a heads up before they made this video and told him that they were going to make a video criticizing him. I guarantee you they didn't. But yet when I watch this, I know I keep repeating it, but it just baffles me that you're doing the same thing that I did. But you give hot takes on people all the time, but when other people do it about you, you want a heads up first. Like, hey man, just give me a softball, but I won't give anyone else a softball.
Answer. There's no pushback from Nintendo Life about, okay, that's questionable, Tommy.
Zero follow-ups.
No follow-ups. This was literally like, just whatever you say, we're going to print it. Even though it's some of it might be false, we don't care.
Even more damning, they didn't reach out to Sam Mekovich at Ars Technica about his article.
Yeah, there were
if you're going to bring up stuff from that article, you would, I would think, reach out to...
That's a good point. That's a good point.
To that person.
Tommy made direct accusations against Sam.
I mentioned you before you were here, Saggy Melons. I said that. You try the controllers. I actually mentioned you literally before you were here. So,
allegations against him. Nintendo Life should have asked him, hey, Sam, do you have any comment on this? To give your response? And no, this is a one-sided article. Here's a frustrating thing for us. This is Tommy saying. I asked the writer earlier in the week if he would like to do an interview or ask me questions, and he refused. He doesn't have to give you an interview.
Yeah.
He can be like us and just report on what he's seeing publicly shown and information out in the public.
No one...
That's true. Like I said, that's what I did with the Ouya. That's what I did with other pieces of hardware. That's what I did with other consoles. You can't show stuff and then be mad at people for giving their takes on it, positive or negative. That's just how it goes. Like, you can't, like, hey, here's this gameplay. Oh, wow, I think that gameplay sucks. It looks bad. It looks like, but that's what you're showing me, so I'm going to say that. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, there are a few games that actually look pretty damn good for the Amico, but a lot of what I see, to put it lightly, is questionable, and to put it real, it looks like shit. If there are games that I'm missing that are in person, show them then. Because then it'll change my tune. Why aren't you showing these games? Like I keep hearing, like I hear people say, I tried it. Okay, show them then. Show them in videos then that are games that are not being seen. Because if you're showing me something for me to give it to try to sell me on it, or for me to have an opinion about it and then get mad at my opinion. That's not how it works.
Owes you time.
His response was just to send him a console. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I want to play this.
You want to be treated like the big boys, fucking Tommy, then you play like the big boys. You send out review hardware.
He goes into saying, "Oh, people don't want to like us. It's sign where PlayStation isn't appealing to everyone." The biggest issue we had with the article is that he used copyrighted, not copywritten this time.
So happy 40th. Thank you very much, Disney. But the thing is, like, what's weird is, as much as I had my little tirade on them here, again, a lot of what they're saying here I agree with. Like, you know,
copyrighted confidential information, which was clearly labeled as such with the addition of not for public dissemination on the documents. The documents were leaked, as they even admitted in the piece. They were downloaded from a publicly available website.
No, they weren't leaked, and that wasn't admitted in the piece. You just didn't protect them. They were available via Google.
And a journalist did what a journalist does. They're also right about this. There was nothing that's why Tommy had to backtrack on all that shit, because they didn't do anything wrong. It was publicly available. You fucked up. Oops.
Google search.
How does Nintendo Life, who are supposed to be game journalists, not push back immediately and say, Tommy, or even write, we disagree with Tommy Tallarico's assessment. What they did was totally legal and with above the board and within the First Amendment rights of ours telling the public that. How does
Why is he talking so fast? Relax. Like it's like cunnilingus there, man. What are you like? What are you sound like a chicken that's ready to mate. Like, slow your words down a little bit.
Nintendo Life not say that in the article.
Yeah, how do you not go to bat for your fellow journalists?
How do you let him get away with that?
What do you think you're going to get in the meantime? Like, what?
There's nothing in those documents that is damning or embarrassing in any way. Okay, then why did you try to have it suppressed then, or have legal threats? It's about having
another way that Tommy's like Trump. I don't like what you said, so even though I have no legal recourse, but what that is virtue signaling. You're putting it out there. Hey, followers, blind followers of me and my product, I'm angry at this, and I'm gonna say it's wrong. Kind of like someone else who was just in office. Attack! And it works.
Fun, blah, blah, blah. In hindsight, I made a mistake by calling them out publicly. I shouldn't have done that. I got caught up in the heat of the moment.
No, not Tommy. No way. Saying something impulsive and not thinking about it first? Get out of here. No way.
Decided immediately to delete the tweets. I'm human. I make mistakes. And when you're in the public eye and putting yourself out there as much as I do, with a lot of passion for the project and for the people you work with, you tend to make multiple ones.
Did they ever respond to your reaction video where you basically called them out for what they said when you met the guy from Intellivision? What do you mean? Did they ever respond to your reaction video where you basically called them out for what they said when you met the guy from Intellivision Amico? Tommy Tallarico? I never met him. What do you mean? Like, I had him where he had an Ask Me Anything, and people were super chatting, and he kind of buckled under the pressure. That's still on my main channel. I think I may re-upload that to here. Griffin Gaming sitting there. Yo, man, Griffin Gaming was stressing Tommy out. That was so funny. Gaming racist. You're welcome for that sound clip, Pat. I don't care. I don't want anything for it. I'm not like that. People use my shit all the time. But yeah, Tommy stopped really corresponding with me. He messaged me after, because I've been really rough on the Amico recently, because what I've seen with it, I'm not happy with. But after remember I had the Finnegan Fox footage, and I was like, ugh, this looks rough. And then he came on, and I asked him tough questions, and my audience asked him tough questions. He didn't talk to me that much after that.
Avoiding drama on Twitter is something I need to get better at. Well, we'll get into that. Well,
so that's great. So, like, just days later, he decided to shit talk Frank Cifaldi and didn't think anyone was going to see it. I found it, and I retweeted it.
He called Frank Cifaldi
an untalented, jealous gatekeeping.
He's a gatekeeping. So
Who is that guy? I don't even know who that is.
My question is, and I would please take to the comments, was he trying to say an untalented, jealous, gatekeeping hater? Because we all know that's one of his favorite words. Or is he just trying to say untalented, jealous, gatekeeper and auto...
God, he's so much like Trump. He's so much like, if Donald Trump ran in television, he would run it literally the same way.
correct did something wrong as he's furiously
So Frank has been
untalented, jealous, gatekeeping. Ah!
So Frank had been pretty silent, as most people were in the public, about the Amico until E3, and then it's like there's some concerns about this. It's like is there a market for this? What's the status of games and that's such. So like reasonable concerns that someone said, hey Tommy, what did you think about what Frank said about this? And then of course Tommy, the only thing he knows about is to attack you.
Yeah, that's all you know
That's
how
it.
to do.
That's a Trump.
That's all he can do is attack.
Don't run a company as a competent CEO, but just attack.
It doesn't
Try
matter.
To silence people.
Doesn't matter how loved and well known you are in the game community or what good you're doing for the game community. He was provided with an opportunity to say something stupid about someone, and he took it because he has no fucking cool.
Yes. And that did not go well for him, obviously. I'll just say this about Frank. Frank is...
Oh, and he deleted it.
He deleted it because he realized, but it's too late. People know what you are. No apology to Frank, obviously, but he deleted it. Going after Frank is insanely stupid for lots of reasons. Frank is highly respected amongst idiots like us, game devs, people in the games industry, other journalists. Everyone loves Frank.
And people love and respect Frank not because people were told they had to respect Frank. It's because he earns respect.
Yeah, he does good work. He's a nice fellow on the side. Could share a slice of pizza with him like nobody's business. Tommy is so blinded by this personality disorder. I'll just say that he doesn't realize, boy, this is a huge mistake going after someone like this publicly. He can't stop himself. It's almost like an addiction with the forum posts and the Twitter posts. It's
true. He can't. He just can't keep his mouth shut. Happy birthday. May Lord Gaben bless you with many more. Thank you, Antonian in space. I appreciate that, my man.
It's insane. He tried to push back in this article about Ars Technica said that it's crowdfunded. We said, well, it's not crowdfunded. It's an SEC government-regulated Reg A investment.
That's Republic, right?
On Republic. Republic says it's crowdfunding on the site. It says it on the site that it's a form of crowdfunding. It does. Yep. It's there. So, you can splice hairs. The fact of the matter is you are getting funding from outside sources to get this to market. Originally, you said that no one will even pay any money before they can play this. We're not asking for any money until you can play this. Then you go in March 2020 and you do that horseshit pre-order campaign to get money when you said that, well, we're not going to do that until...
Oh, wait, was I part of that horseshit pre-order campaign? Because that's how I got my pre-order.
You can play it. The people with pre-order couldn't play the console. And then you got money from them. And then you built up that footage. And then you started doing influencer stuff. And then you get the investment going in the spring of this year. It was steps building up to this. But it's crowdfunded. It is. No one said that the controllers were being faked because the camera angles used. I thought it was curious to hide cornhole being played in that video because we haven't seen cornhole being played by someone.
Well, this is where I've known people that have played it and said the controller works good. I'm gonna stay down the objective path here, and I know people that have used it and said the controller is perfectly fine. So I'm not gonna make conspiracies where there's no conspiracies to be had, but that's what I've heard.
We haven't seen it. And anyone went back and looked at that video of that girl, she was actually holding a cell phone, the girl that tosses it.
I know, we talked about that the day we covered it.
So, where's cornhole at still? Where's that at?
The fuck is cornhole?
Tries to push back about the lag here. And so, he talks about the Qualcomm Snapdragon chip that were used. The weird thing about that is that when you try to hide that information and not just come out and say we're using this, it makes you look bad. Why are you hiding it that it's the specific chip for? If it's just a fun console, why are you trying to get, go send legal after a company for revealing specs? Why don't you not just embrace it then? This is what we are.
A quick search of the word crowdfunding just in one page of Republic states at the bottom, Certain pages discussing the mechanics and providing educational materials regarding
Whenever I hear Cornholio, it's all I think of is Beavis.
regulation crowdfunding offerings. It's crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding. Okay, it's there. So you disagree with Republic, Tommy? You disagree with the site that you're getting your crowdfunding from? They asked about, is it true that Intellivision's cut of games could be as high as 50%? Then he said, well, every deal is different. Depends on how they want it structured.
Love how he didn't deny it at all.
Yeah, he didn't deny it.
Oh, that is high. That is a high. That is a high cut. I'm not stoned right now at all. Like I said, I haven't used weed for like almost 2 weeks now. But, Happy birthday, Rich. Been watching since the Ouya and Wii U days. Love your takes. Have a good one, Daddy. P.S. Put on Pat's Alicia Dragon review. Not tonight, but yeah, because probably after this we'll end this because I'm literally running on 3 hours of bad sleep. Did they ever respond to you when you called them out after the whole interview with Tommy? I think in like tweets and stuff like that they did. I don't think they've directly responded. They still, as you've obviously watched in this video, they don't like me. So this is not because we agree on virtually everything about the Amico that we're going to start holding hands and playing a game of grab ass. But again, I'm not going to, even if I dislike somebody, if what I feel they're saying is true or agree with them, I could put my differences aside to agree with them. Yeah, we got some bots here, huh?
Talk about exclusive features here. It's the same shit. They use the stock photos with the Photoshop stuff in the article, which I think is funny as hell. After that, try to talk about the casual
30
market
seconds slow
again,
mode. We'll stop this.
And then it's just the article goes on for fucking.
Yeah, we're good.
Ever.
We can go on. It's like 10 pages. I was amazed at how much space was dedicated.
Oh, I'll just talk about the Jay Allard thing. This is important. Former Xbox chief Jay Allard was one of your tentpole hires, according to press releases and websites that reported on.
Press releases, Tommy. Your own excited video chats. Your website had him listed as global managing director. Yet, what did you say in this interview? That he was never an employee. So, what is it? Who was this person that you were building up to all of your investors as an employee?
Yeah, I'm sure Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, would have retweeted this if it was just a guy not doing work. Like, what are you, fucking crazy? To be clear, Jay was never an employee of Intellivision. We brought Jay on as a big consultant last year as we were finalizing the hardware and OS.
You never labeled him as an insultant, or a consultant.
How do you actually feel physically? I'm 38, but I feel better at 40 than I did at 30, factually.
Insultant is what Tommy tries to do in his spare time. He's an insultant. That's a good word. Insultant. Our team benefited so much from it, and his insights were monumental to us, seeing things from a different perspective in regards to things like hardware, customer experience, UI. The UI is not finished yet, and even packaging. As Jay would tell anyone, experiencing things not going right as well, and
God, I love how he brings people. As Jay would tell anyone,
it was an honor to work with him for the time we did, but he wasn't an employee. So, it's ridiculous.
No, I think he just realizes finally.
I think he said that in the beginning that he was part of the team, right?
That he could be in legal trouble.
Yeah, the article, I think it was a GeekWire.
It was a GeekWire article.
They said, yeah, he worked for the company. Like, they said he worked for the company. He was an employee. Like, yeah, you can't say this shit and do.
And then just classic Tommy stuff, talking about how he's always paling around with Miyamoto.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's the thing. Like, oh, whenever I'm around Miyamoto-san, he gives me. You think Miyamoto could pick him out of a fucking lineup? You think he'd be like, oh yeah, there's my pal Tommy. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm sure you two just.
All right, this is just speculatory shit. Now this you can't actually. Righto, Rich, I'm going to head out for the night. Got a few things I need to do. Have a happy birthday, man. Here's to many more. Here's a little birthday gift. Take care, dude. Thank you very much, Rising Sun. I appreciate that, man. I genuinely do. Thank you for coming through. We're in the, like I said, after this is done, we're in the tail end anyway, so.
Just get together and talk game design chops all the time.
Are you crazy? Like, how does Nintendo Life not say, like, what? Like what? It's insane. It's insane. This is someone running a video game company or trying to, a startup. It's insane. Talks about this comment that I'll run right now.
If you're into games with blood and violence and sexual content and
Why does it sound like it's going through like an 80s reverb effect from like an old synthesizer? I wonder if Tommy would consider us all gaming racists. Am I a gaming racist?
kids in sexual compromising positions and rape on the Nintendo, if that's what you want.
Someone just said, I want to watch Rich pass a stool in my mouth. That is horrifying. Are you friends with Google Fish?
Then buy a Switch.
So his response to that was, to explain the situation, I was doing a live stream interview over a year ago, and someone in the chat was saying that Amico shouldn't exist because Nintendo already owns the family market and all their games that are already family friendly. So his response is to say, if you like those games, rape and kids in sexual positions, buy a Switch.
That was my live stream. I'm pretty sure. That was my live stream. Buy a Switch.
You are painting Switch as the console du jour for that stuff, Tommy.
Yeah.
Not just, there's not all. That's damning what you said.
Yeah, that's pretty. I remember him saying that, and I'm just like, oh, God. I'm pretty sure that was my stream. I'm pretty sure that was my stream. Have a good night, PCD and T-Info. Yeah. I'm sure Nintendo loved that. Were you holding hands with Miyamoto-san when you said that like to me?
So I responded and pushed back by saying that it's incorrect that all of the games on Nintendo Switch are family friendly. That's not what you said. You didn't say all the games on the Switch are not family friendly. You said that that's the system to go for if you're into games featuring rape, violence, and kids in sexual positions. You can't undo this.
If you're into games with blood and violence and sexual content and kids in sexual compromising positions and rape on the Nintendo, if that's what you want, then buy a Switch.
Yeah.
That's not what you stated in this. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was my stream. I could be wrong, but I'm almost 100% positive that was my stream. Thoughts on Valve's new handheld? It made me shit. I can't wait to get one. The only concern I have is the measly storage in all three models. Oh my God, I would review the fuck out of it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that was my stream. Pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm not.
It's insane. It's insane. The article goes on forever. It's not a great article for Tommy. It's not a great article for Nintendo Life to run something like this. I mean, this thing's like...
Especially when you're based on Nintendo Life. When you're like Nintendo, like your lifeblood, Nintendo Life is Nintendo. Watch the bridges that you burn, because if you can't walk over them again, you may not be able to swim through the water and you're going to drown. This is my first ever super chat. Happy birthday, Rich. Hope you have an amazing 40th. Thank you very much. I'm actually celebrating on Saturday. That's why I'm streaming tonight.
Fucking 5,000 words.
Yes, I have. I'm going to have a video on it tomorrow. Even if my editor, because I think he may have a bad case of food poisoning, even if he's sick still tomorrow, I'll be editing naked, if you want to know. I feel more productive when I edit naked. My ass cheeks and balls are hitting the chair. It's a good time. Real good time.
It seems. It just keeps going on and on and on. And, yeah, they brought up stuff with... Doug Tenapel, I think, a little bit, and he's saying, "Oh, he's not really with us anymore." I believe it's in here somewhere, but
it's like they have as many people running through like the revolving door of Intellivision is like the revolving door of the Trump administration. Just kind of funny how there's so many parallels, and on top of it, it's factually known from my live streams. I believe I know it's known. He's talked to me about it. He's a Trump supporter. It's kind of interesting how they're both running. Trump ran the United States the same way that Tommy's running Intellivision. He ran his administration the same fucking way.
Yeah, it's insane. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm glad you had fun at the Crayola event. They had the I guess if you want to call them Amico influencers come out from around the U.S. and play it. But the fact of the matter is that was done. I'm gonna the same way we were correct about when they went to the Video Game History Museum earlier in the year to help raise money through investors. They're gonna edit that together. They're gonna show smiling kids playing shark. I think they showed off Shark, Flying Tigers, which is interesting because that's a game that wasn't even announced. All
right, so what the fuck is wrong with that? Yes. Everything about that console except the storage is unacceptable. Is great. That's what kills me. The storage sucks, but everything else is great. Yes, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Weird. Everything else made me rock hard, except the storage options.
You know, a month and a half ago, all of a sudden there's a game people are playing. So where did that game come from? So they're going to use that in Astro Smash. They're going to use that footage. They're going to talk to the influencers that are access media, I guess, or access influencers. They're going to piece that together. They're going to do a video. They're going to try to do another round of investment to keep this company afloat, probably.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
All right, if they get invested, that I don't really see anything wrong with, to be honest with you. Like, that's not... Companies do that all the time to hype up a product. So, yeah, investors want to invest and people want to get interested in it. Oh, no. I mean, everything else here they've said I've agreed with mostly. That's not that. File that under who gives a fuck. You know, happy 40th. We're celebrating our 34th anniversary tomorrow. There you go, Transylvania Turf. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's why you do that event. You're not marketing by having to like random kids coming to Crayola and forcing a controller into their hand to play a Shark. That's not going to sell your console. But investors giving you money to actually get software done and actually set up your online store to actually have a finished UI. Oh yeah, that's going to happen. So yeah. Well, there you go, Ian. Sorry we had to talk about it again, but you know, we got attacked. You know, we got libeled, and you know, I think it's important that as this gains more and more traction, that we point out these things.
Indeed.
All right, Ian.
All right. Anyway, all right. Enough of this. Yeah, that was just funny though when they made it like I was punching down. That bothered me. That was the only thing. I mean, everything. I got like, look. You think about. I knew they thought I was a piece of garbage. Who cares? It's been something they've thought of me since after the Diablo Immortal days. Who gives a fuck? But I just found it amazing that they were complaining in the beginning about them being critical of what. If Intellivision's putting it out there, we have the right to criticize it. Review Tech USA criticizes the influencers that are on Intellivision's. It wasn't like I went to their YouTube channels and said, hey, guys, this small YouTube channel, go attack. I didn't even know their fucking names. All I did was go to Intellivision's YouTube channel, and they were showing their fucking sizzle reels, and my jaw hit the floor, and I'm so hard right now. Over Finnegan Fox? Really? Really? But that's me punching down. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for coming through for this stream. I'm so happy how this second channel is doing. It is pretty much doing, the streams are doing just as good, if not maybe even a little better in some cases, than they've been doing on the main channel, which is quite motherfucking promising. Saggy Melons, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I know we don't see eye to eye on things, but you are very cool, and I enjoy talking to you. You're a very cool person. And yeah, that was, I didn't mean to make the whole stream about that. I didn't realize their video was 25 minutes long. But look, again, I'm still keeping my motherfucking pre-order, and I will give a straight opinion on it. And I keep repeating this because I really want to drive it home. No matter what I say about the Amico, my butt will be fucked. If I like it, I'm butt fucked. If I hate it, I'm butt fucked. So I'm going to give an honest opinion because either way, I'm screwed. So with that being said, I am exhausted. My children, I love them. I miss them. I wish they were still here. I don't care that I'm exhausted. But children drain the life out of you. So I'm going to go get some sleep. And quite possibly probably take another dump. But that's that's a story for, well, that's every stream I talk about taking dumps. But I'm going to head out of here. Thomas Keem, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate all of you, and I'll be back tomorrow with more content. Hopefully my editor feels better. If not, I'm going to take over the helm until he gets back into the saddle. So you'll see some editing from Richie Boy tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.